Hello guys, I'm the Builder. Welcome to my fourth Warthunder commentary. And this time I really did use fraps to record the round in-game instead of using the replay. It's just so much better. I got my speed, I got my targets, I got more plane, I got more anything. You can see basically my lineup, what kind of bombs I choose, or rockets in that case. It just works brilliantly. And this is even an old game from 1.33 from about roughly 3 to 4 weeks ago. And, well, the game patched, but replay still works because it's a video file. Yeah, well, good thing. On the other hand, I want to apologize for basically not having done any YouTube videos recently. I mean, it's basically like 4 weeks since my last commentary. But honestly, I did not have the spare time to do videos. I just didn't. There was just a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. I had very little time. And now goes kill number 1. Yeah, sorry about that. So, yeah, I'm obviously taking out my British aircraft again. I really do like the British, especially the Beaufighter. It just has that perfect blend between durability, firepower, and maneuverability. Just works so incredibly well. I mean, okay, the flight model is broken. Fair play, but it just doesn't work that well. I mean, the quad 20mm cannons, they just eat planes. I can still remember in the beginning when I had the Beaufighter, I made maybe 3 games where I really made long bursts with the 20mm cannons, and they just jammed constantly. I couldn't do more than 2 seconds of firing and until the guns just jammed. With the upgrade, with these upgrades, it's really gotten a lot better. And you can really fire long bursts, but really back then when I had the guns not upgraded, was basically just shooting single rounds almost, because I was just too scared the guns might just happen to jam. And that's, yeah, kind of not good, really. But, yeah, now it works fine. And look at that in A20G. Usually those bastards are horribly fast, but yeah, seems this guy isn't. Because I can easily keep up with him with a Beaufighter at, well, what, 450 kph? Not that fast, actually. And I'm still pumping with shells with reasonable efficiency at, what, 600, 700 meters? Yeah. And keep in mind, with a joystick you have a horrible disadvantage while aiming. Because with the joystick controls you wobble much more. With mouse aim, that entire wobbling is, well, not there at all. So you have very little difficulty in aiming. But yeah, with the joystick it's usually a whole different story, but maybe it's the flight model of the Beaufighter, but this thing just works really, really well. Oh, Tailgunner has fun with an enemy Beaufighter. Oh, seems to be a lot of Beaufighters going today. And yeah, my plane is kind of slightly broken and heading straight for a mountain. Usually not good. Not good at all. And still not good. Just totally crashed, but yeah, it was a really close deal. I wish I could have pulled over that mountain and just kept that guy busy for maybe 5 minutes more. I mean, if that guy is busy, he's as good as dead for the rest of the team. Because he's not trying to kill anybody else who might actually die. Don't know how that might happen. So now I'm in the Typhoon. At that point the plane was still relatively new, so I think this was my first game with the 250-pound bombs. And yeah, it's kind of awkward to fly because, on one hand, the machine guns are totally inadequate for anything but light fighters, or maybe armored cars or other ground targets. I mean, you could take down tanks with the bombs. Drop both bombs on one tank and you have a reasonable chance to kill him. Only problem is, you need 6 bloody minutes to reload these things, and yeah, most of the time you don't have 6 minutes. It's really rare that you survive 6 minutes straight away. And that thing is just a horrible turn fighter. I mean, okay, I'm flying behind the lag, that's probably not a comparison because from what I hear, the lag is crap at turn fighting. But so is the Typhoon, and I'm having trouble getting lag in my crosshairs. And yeah, that was just stupid from both of us. He flew into a mountain, I was straight behind him. Yeah, I feel ashamed. I just feel so ashamed. But you know what? They're still good planes, like the Beaufort. That thing's just not really failing me. I sometimes even prefer the Beaufort over the Wellington because the Wellington is big, slow, and has absolutely no armor whatsoever. And about comparable defensive armament, I mean. Yeah, granted, it has more guns, but the way they are pointed on the Wellington, they are rather ineffective. While a single turret on a Beaufort really takes on most of the stuff that gets behind you, automatically mostly. And you really have very little trouble with enemy airplanes. For 2 other reasons, except for the defensive armament. You got a decent amount of armor, so not every single machine gun round is gonna hit, and secondly, you are fast and maneuverable. And I recently discovered, hey, look at that, the Beaufort is actually a gunship. Because of the armor, it really doesn't have to bother that much about incoming bullets from defensive gunners, but at the same time it can use its own defensive gunners to take down the enemy plane, at least slowly. And with the speed, it literally uses boom and zoom attacks. So, wow. This was just the first time I noticed that. And ever since, I've been really using that tactic to real great success. And with the joystick, you know, I can fly and shoot at the same time. So, really incredible, that thing. In that function, it's almost overpowered, but yeah, you see, it does work well. The only thing I really dislike about that kind of stuff is, not as a pilot, is that the guns overheat, and if the guns of your gunners overheat, oh, it takes ages to reload. Weird thing actually. In a fighter, if your cannons or machine guns are empty or jam, they take about 20 seconds to reload. Yeah, with those gunners you're busy for, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. While actually in a fighter, you can't physically reload the gun because there's no way to access them. While the gunners, they literally have the hands on their guns, so why can't you just put in a new bloody belt or magazine? What's keeping you? It's just that illogical, and yeah, just weird. Just, yeah, no logic at all behind this, but in historical battles it's the other way around. Fighters can't reload their guns at all, while the bombers with the gunners at least have some capacity to reload. And tell TBF Avenger. Let's see, 1.2 kilometers, doesn't matter, we'll still fire my guns. And not actually hit anything, but good. And I'm zooming past him. Actually, usually it's a bad thing to overshoot like that, but Yeah, since my rear gun has actually 50 caliber machine guns, while the front gun has 30 caliber ones, it's actually not that much of a bad thing, especially if you, well, were to talk about a plane like the B5N2 that only has a tail gun but no actual armament on the front. Their overshooting is actually kind of handy because there's nothing you can do about you if you're in front of him, which is almost fail, in my opinion, but yeah. So, good stuff. And it's really a lot of fun using the Beaufort as a kind of heavy fighter or gunship combination. I don't know. It's just fun. But I still haven't got the TBF, which is, by the way, the same guy which was in the Catalina earlier. But now I'm getting closer here. And was that my gear flying past my screen? Because if so, this is probably bad. And I'm getting shot from behind. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, pilot knocked out by the Avenger guy with his tag. And oh god, he must be the luckiest guy in the world right now. He must really be the luckiest guy. But we still have the Wellington with the nukes on them, on it. And really, that thing against ground units, great. You don't need to drop it accurately, you just have to drop it. And the sheer splash damage is going to take care of anything in the surroundings. I mean, I don't know, what's my record with a single bomb? 10 ground units? That's kind of impressive. And they are kind of handy. I mean, okay, you could still cover them with, I don't know, 18 200-pound bombs, 250-pound bombs. And it would probably work, but it's just not as much fun as having such a big nuke. I mean, look at that thing if the camera were to move to the bottom of the plane. It's just a big barrel dropping down. And you just have to drop it somewhere along the road where the tanks are going to drive. Not even precisely. And yeah, just wait for it to reach the ground. That's all you have to do with this plane. Look, barrel. And the barrel is actually so big that you have to remove the bomb doors, the bomb bay doors, to fit this thing inside. So yeah, not a very ergonomic solution, but well, whatever works. There's still plenty of ground units that want to be nuked. I just have to stay at high altitude where there are no actual fighters going after me, and just wait for the round to end, getting the poor remains of the enemy ground troops, like that medium tank. Sometimes you really have to bit poker with your reload time. I mean, you don't want to fly around with a bomb too long, because basically you're wasting your time. But then again, you don't want to be hovering over a target and being unable to drop your bomb because, well, it hasn't reloaded yet. So that's really a bit of a dilemma. And yeah, this time was really not in my favor because I was over my target, but the bomb still wasn't reloaded, and going into dive wasn't a solution because this thing isn't a dive bomber. So automatically does not let you drop the bomb if you are in a steep dive. Yeah, that's just what happened. But this time the bomb definitely is on its way down, and skadoosh! That must have been 2 or 3 tanks, at least. At least, but battle's over, still lost, but well, who cares? I did my job, and I did even things that weren't my job, like, I don't know, taking out aircraft with my Beaufort, which is not a Beaufighter, but Whatever works. Anyway, that's all from me. See you some other time.